what do we see when we drill down to the individual FANG names plus M? Wow, this is pretty. When you look at the action in Facebook, by the way, Mark Zuckerberg's testifying tomorrow in Congress, so I'm sure there'll be negative headlines. They shouldn't. Stockton notes that the stock saw a short-term breakout last week on positive relative strength. So don't let whatever said in Washington input what this is doing here. This is unemotional. As she sees it, that's a good setup going into Thursday night's earnings report. Facebook's behaving like it wants to go higher. I think that it could take out that high. That's my experience. Don't forget, Twitter is reporting soon, and we saw unbelievable numbers from Pinterest, and we saw fantastic numbers when we looked at the overall group, but Snap really led it. Okay, how about Alphabet? Same story. The parent company of Google also gave you a short-term breakout last week with good relative strength. These are picture-perfect charts, people. Apple, Amazon, and Netflix, now they are a little different. Apple and Amazon, well, let's see, they've spent, Apple and Amazon spent the last couple of weeks drifting lower. Stockton points out that going into today's session, they were both giving you oversold readings on the stochastic oscillator. Take a look at this. The first time that's happened for either of them since the September lows. And, okay, and I think that when you get the oversold position like they have, there's a stochastic put up here, you should get a bounce. But this chart, frankly, is not as good as the other charts I just showed you. All right, how about the action in Netflix? Well, this one might seem like the fly in the ointment, given the company reported some disappointing results last week, and the stock plunged from $525 before the quarter to $489 right now. However, stock notes that Netflix has a strong floor support in the 467 to 468 area, right here, and that's down about 4%. But this is a weak chart. Some people would say this is a triple top. That's what I keep hearing when you add my own view into the situation. Throw in the fact that Netflix is a thesis stock. It's exactly the kind of thing people buy when they want to make a bet on the stay-at-home economy. And you got a pretty compelling story. All right, let's look at the best one. And now it's a little hindsight, but let's look at Microsoft. It just gave you an amazing quarter tonight, and that makes me feel bullish about the rest of the industry. This is actually picture perfect. I think that if it broke down a little more, people would have said that it's a head and shoulders. No, it's actually, as you see from the 50-day, held the support. Put it all together, whenever COVID cases spike, you had to buy the FANG names, and FANG plus M, of course, because they all found ways to benefit from the pandemic. Can that game plan keep working? We need a gut check here. And the bottom line is that the charts, as interpreted by Katie Stockton, suggest that Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, and Microsoft, which again reported a great number tonight, are ready to roll higher after yesterday's beatdown for the broader averages. So you have my blessing to buy a little bit before they report on Thursday night. If you don't own them already, my Charitable Trust owns them all. And if they get dinged after earnings, I'm betting that they will be safe to buy into even more weakness.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.